The York County coroner and dive teams have arrived to help find a missing person that went missing while out on the water on Saturday. So this is happening right now at Lake Marburg on Cador State Park.
And crews have been out the lake all morning. We want to bring in News 8's Bailey Martin. Bailey, the coroner arriving just within the last 20 minutes there.
Guys, the coroner is here on scene. We know those dive teams also arrived on scene. And what I can tell you is that just before we came on the air here, they moved us from all the way down at the edge of the lake at the bay, all the way up here. You can see just how far away they've pushed us as some fire crews came in. We do know again that the coroner is on the scene. We spoke with DCNR and the PA Fish and Boat Commission here today. We know that person that they were searching for was on a paddle board with a group of other paddle boarders on a Saturday when they went into the water and did not come out. A representative from the Bureau of State Parks told us that a storm rolled in around 7 o'clock Saturday evening. That was the last time that missing paddleboarder was seen when the group that person was with told authorities that they were gone. Lake Marburg has been closed since then, and that search and rescue effort was immediately put in place. Now, since we've been here, all of the kayaks and boats that were out on the water over the weekend and into this morning have now come in off the water, but this is what the search and rescue mission looked like as of today.
We have about 72 folks on the water. That is involving 9 different agencies, and over 15 DCNR state park locations are reporting here to help expand that search. That is everything from boats on the water, kayaks, search dogs, sonar teams, helicopters, all available equipment. That's what we've got.
And again, we do know that now the coroner and dive and rescue teams are part of that mission. We know that those boats have come in off the water, and they had a pretty large area that they were covering because the paddle boarders that were in that group couldn't really give them an exact location of where the person went missing. They started here at the bay and they have been looking ever since. We have not had it confirmed if they have found that person, but again, we do know that the coroner is here and we will provide you updates as we get them. The Red Cross has been here all day as well, helping out those rescuers that have been on this mission. We'll continue to update you as we learn more information. But for now, live at Cador State Park, Bailey Martin, WGAL News 8.
Bailey, thank you. Now in Cumberland County, state police, along with the district attorney's office, are investigating after a police shooting where a man was killed. So yesterday morning, Upper Allen Township Police were called to a home on Oakwood Avenue for reports of gunshots. Investigators say when officers arrived, Jeffrey DeJesus of Mechanicsburg shot at them from inside his home. Police say officers returned fire, killing DeJesus. An officer who was hurt was treated and released from the hospital. And new at 4, 55 people are being charged in connection to a large fight that happened at Hersheypark back in April. So Derry Township Police say that incident happened on April 3rd, and those charged range in age from 12 years old to 19 years old. 3 of them are 18 or older. They are 19-year-old Omar Ibrahim, 18-year-old Jerome Ross III, and 18-year-old Kanique Williams, all of Harrisburg. The charges include simple assault, conspiracy theft, failure to disperse, disorderly conduct, aggravated assault, and riot.
A York County hero is being honored for his service. Lieutenant David Godfrey was seriously injured in a police ambush in North Cadorus Township last fall. And today the community came together to thank the lieutenant in the form of a blood drive. News 8's Morrissey Walsh is live at the blood drive. And Morrissey, how many people have donated so far?
Jerry, so far 95 people and counting have been into the community blood drive to show their thanks to Lieutenant Dave Godfrey. He was here himself this morning in good spirits, but still on his way to recovery, here to thank every person who came to donate. So this is the Lieutenant Dave Godfrey replenishment blood drive, and it's to boost the local supply of blood that was used to save Lieutenant Godfrey's life. Doctors say he needed 12 pints of blood after he was hurt that day in September. Many in the community expressed their thanks today. Over 100 people signing up to donate blood before the drive even started. Hailed by many as a local hero, Lieutenant Godfrey told me what the community showing up for him in this way means.
Going through my entire life, I never thought, that I would ever need it. Day of the shooting, I had so many units of blood products put into me to keep me alive. If anyone ever questioned, does this really help? Does this do anything? Well, here's a face sitting here telling you that that's why I'm here. So it's very important, and I can't thank everybody enough that not just came out today, but that does this.
And the blood drive does go until 5, so you still have about an hour to come in and donate if you would like to, and they do accept walk-ins. Coming up on News 8 at 5, we'll hear from some community members about why they felt called to come out and donate today. Live in New York, I'm Marcy Walsh, WGAL News 8.
Marcy, thank you. So right now, the U.S. Secretary of Commerce is in Pittsburgh celebrating U.S. Steel's partnership with Nippon Steel of Japan. It's been 1 year since that historic partnership. Secretary Howard Lutnick is joined by U.S. Steel CEO David Burritt to talk about new investments that are planned for the facility. Last year, when the deal was finalized, Nippon had said it would make $11 billion in new investments in U.S. Steel by 2028. We'll have more on this visit coming up on News 8 at 5.
Well, staying in western Pennsylvania, the National Weather Service now says 2 tornadoes touched down during Saturday's storms. The first happened just southeast of Ellsworth Borough, which is in the southwestern corner of the state. You can see the trees and wires down there. And about half hour south of there, the National Weather Service also confirmed a tornado touchdown in Scottdale in Westmoreland County. The township's mayor has already issued an emergency declaration due to the storm damage. Trees landed on cars, blocked roads, and were scattered throughout the town. The emergency declaration should help with a quicker response in cleaning up. Well, as for the Susquehanna Valley, system Saturday knocked out power across the area. The heavy blinding rain and strong winds knocking down trees here as well. Utility crews were still out yesterday getting power restored.